All right, guys. So this is my first video, and I just want to talk about something really important. I think a lot of people struggle with what I'm about to say next. So if you're watching this video, or if you watch this video at any point of time in your life, I just hope that this video helps you in some way. You know, a lot of people, including me, from time to time, get overwhelmed by the kind of goals that we want to achieve, our failure to do so, and then this constant anxiety that we all feel inside when we do not know what the next step might look like for us. And then we just tend to just shut off all the things that we want to do, and then spend our days, our life, and most importantly our time doing things which truly do not matter. And that's why it's really important that we find something that would allow us to give some sort of meaning to our very busy life. And one powerful principle, I would say, just not only helps me awaken the giant within myself, but also at the same time helps me truly find what I'm supposed to do with my life. And that is just a simple 5 word phrase that I want to share with you. And hopefully this would, you know, give you a sense of feeling, a sense of motivation to do something, so that you stop doing what you are doing that is not giving you results, and hopefully bring you back on the right track, so that you can continuously pushing yourself in a way that would take you to your desired destination. And those 5 words are: one day at a time. See, it's very easy to uh, you know set a large goal, a big goal for yourself, and it's also very easy to get lost. And what happens is, when we set a goal for ourselves, we are on the right track, but something happens in our life and we just give up, right? For example, today is 23rd of November, and a lot of people will set New Year goals for themselves. But how many people actually follow and ensure that they reach their goals, or at least some of them, by the end of the year? The chances are, a lot of people, I would say 90% of people, would give up by the end of January, even Feb or March. And very few people, handful of people, would actually achieve uh, a majority of the goals that they have actually set for themselves when they decided to create new goals on New Year's Eve. And the reason is because we always have this tendency to overestimate the things that we can do in the short term, and at the same time underestimate the things that we can do in the long term. And that's why this powerful phrase, one day at a time, would help, because you don't have to figure out everything that you're supposed to do. No one does. Whether it's a 1 year goal, 5 year goal, 10 year goal, relationship goal, love goals, you know career goals, no matter what, no one has figured everything out yet. I mean, everything looks good on paper, but in reality things are very challenging. Anything can happen, situation changes, and it's normal to feel stuck. For example, right now I'm recording this video after a very long time, and I feel it's very important for me to show my vulnerability, because I have not figured a lot of things in my life yet. And this communication through this channel is my way of realizing my true potential and finding myself. And this phrase, one day at a time, really helps me do that to a certain extent. You know, like I mentioned earlier, you do not need to figure out everything, because no one does. So let's say if you are here and you want to go to a place that is 5 miles away from here, or maybe 10 miles or 100 miles, you know the destination is there 100 miles away from your place, but you don't have to see it from your eyes because you can't. But you know that there is a path, a proven path, that would allow you to see the next 10 meters of distance, and again, then 10-meter of distance. So the more you inch closer to the right path that leads to a destination, the more confidence you will gain in life, in career, in relationship, because you know that you'll eventually reach there. And sometimes you'll get onto bumps, the car will stop, you will need some rest, maybe because you're driving for a long time and you feel tired. So it's okay to take some rest. That doesn't mean that you have given up. You just know that it's just a matter of time when you'll reach your destination. So that's why this important principle, one day at a time, I consider this as a very integral part of my philosophy. It's something that you know has helped me in times when I actually wanted to give up. For example, I was stuck in a very mundane job for about 10 years, from 2008 to I would say 2017. So it's almost like 9 years. And I didn't know what to do with my life. Eventually, I found copywriting by accident, and I realized for the first time that it's possible to see lights at the end of the tunnel. Eventually, I decided to give it a shot, left my job, and started doing this. And since 2018, I've been doing this. Late 2017 or the early 2018, I've been doing that since. And I never had a need for a boss. Now, why I'm telling you this? I'm telling this because back in 2017, I had this idea that I would eventually reach to a place where I don't have to report to a boss or to anyone. I can just operate on my own time, simply get paid for doing what I truly enjoy. So that was a hazy idea in my mind 5 or 6 years ago. I didn't have everything planned out. I just knew that I had to do it. So consciously or unconsciously, I was following the same principle, one day at a time, because the end goal was in my mind. And it really did not matter to me how many months or years would take for me to get there. I just had this gut feeling that I will eventually reach there. And right now we are in 2023, almost approaching 2024, and I can say from my experience that this principle of one day at a time works every time. You know, the only time it doesn't work is when you forget about remembering it. Because once you remember it, there is sudden calmness that would come in your composure, in your behavior, in your attitude, in the way you present yourself to the world, and most importantly, to the way you present to yourself. Because it's very difficult to lie to yourself. I don't think you can do that, right? Because you'll eventually, confess to yourself, even in privately, that uh, the things that you're supposed to do will take time, especially the important things. And if you are, going with uh, all your might, with all your capability to do whatever you want to achieve in life, it's okay, sometimes to, not feeling 100% confident about your ability or to get stuck. But when you follow this, principle of one day at a time, you'll eventually realize that the real power is not in the fear of uncertainty, but in actually embracing it. Because once you start embracing it, that no matter how many problems you get in your life, you'll eventually pass through it. And that's my short message. I know I said short, but I think it's almost 5 minutes long. So I do hope you found some value in this short message that I have for you. And my goal for the coming days and months is to share some lessons about my life or the things that I have learned about so that I can add some sort of value in your life through this channel. So that has been the goal. And I'll see how it goes because I have no idea what the end result should be for this channel. I have no goal to, you know, I should have 1,000 subscribers or 1 million subscribers. Of course, it really helps when it happens. But right now, the goal is to go with the flow and see where it takes me. Because this journey is really beautiful and I'm enjoying this, you know, uh, journey and not really much concerned about destination. Because for me, the destination is the journey that I'm having right now. I'm 35 years old and I've seen the ups and downs in my life. And I do feel that I have something valuable to share with all of you from time to time. And I'll try to be honest and, non-judgmental in whatever I share with you. So I'll hopefully see you next time soon. And thanks so much for watching this short video. Really appreciate it.